Srimad Prabhupada ki jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnavrinda ki jai, Namacharya Sridhar Haridas Thakur ki jai, Aim Sikaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda Shri Jayādvaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktavrinda ki jai, Sri Sri Radha Krishna Gop Gopinath, Shyama Kund Radha Kunigiri Govardhan ki jai, Vrindavan Dham ki jai, Navadip Dham ki jai, Jagannath Puri ki jai, Ganga Mai ki jai, Jamana Mai ki jai, Tulsi Devi ki jai, Bhakti Devi ki jai, Samaveta Bhaktavrinda ki jai. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. Gaur Premanande.
Welcome everybody to Srimad Bhagavatam reading with His Holiness Jayādvaita Swami. It is Wednesday, November 5th, 2025. Guru Maharaj, would you like to begin?
Yeah, we have a large group, as you could tell, today. And so we'll be, for the benefit of those who are new, we're reading from Srimad Bhagavatam about the activities of Prithu Maharaj. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharane Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashtachate Shatarane Mancha Gotrubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Pyevacha Tidanam Pavanevyo Vaishnavevyo Namo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Jayādvaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktavrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So Prithu Maharaj is the incarnation of Krishna. In the list of incarnations, Prithu Maharaj is also there. And he served as an ideal king of this world. And now in this narration, he's left his kingdom and accepted the Vanprastha give up this body. So this is all in the 4th canto, Srimad Bhagavatam, and chapter 23, text 12. Chinnanya dhir adhikatatmagatir nirihas tatyajay chinnad idam vayunena yena tavanna yoga gatipir yatir apramatto yavad gadagraja kata suratim nakuryat. When Maharaj Pitu became completely free from the conception of bodily life, he realized Lord Krishna sitting in everyone's heart as the Paramatma. Being thus able to get all instructions from him, he gave up all other practices of yoga and gyan. He was not even interested in the perfection of the yoga and jnana systems, for he thoroughly realized that devotional service to Krishna is the ultimate goal of life, and that unless the yogis and jnanis become attracted to Krishna Katha, narrations about Krishna, their illusions concerning existence can never be dispelled. This bodily conception of life, Janasya Mohoyam Aham Mameti, is the fundamental illusion of material existence. Aham Brahmasmi, I'm spirit, I'm Atma, the spirit soul within the body, but I'm identifying myself with the body. Oh, I'm eternal spiritual being, but I identify myself with something temporary. So I think that I'm American, I'm Indian, I'm white, I'm black, I'm a man, I'm a woman, I'm thin, I'm fat, I'm tall, I'm short, I'm 20, I'm 80, all identifying with this body as if the body were myself. But the body is a temporary thing. Antavanta ime deha nityasyoga shri in Bhagavad Gita. The body has an end, a beginning and an end. Adyantavanta kaunteya. But the soul within the body is timeless. It has Jayādvaita mriyate. It has no birth, it has no death. So when I misidentify my eternal self with this temporary body, that's called the bodily conception of life. And in Hare Krishna, in this bodily conception of life, I think I'm this body, and then in relationship to this body, this is my wife, this is my husband, these are my children, these are my parents, these are my countrymen, these are this is my bank balance, this is my house, this is my land, this is my property. Yeah, everyone can move up that way as other people come in. They'll have some place to be. So this is what Srila Prabhupada means by the bodily conception of life. I have this body and this is all mine. So as long as one is too much absorbed, Srila Prabhupada comments, in the bodily conception of life, he becomes interested in many different processes of self-realization. such as the mystic yoga system or the system utilizing the speculative empiric methods, trying to figure things out by the mind. Oh, yes, those who have not yet freed themselves from the bodily conception are busy speculating, could be this, could be that, could be this. Or they're interested in getting some mystic powers, which are really material, to be able to become smaller than the smallest, or greater than the greatest, or lighter than air. These are finally temporary material powers. So they're but they're of great interest to those who are still thinking in terms of the bodily identity. However, when one understands that the ultimate goal of life is to approach Krishna, he realizes Krishna within everyone's heart, and therefore helps everyone who is interested in Krishna consciousness. That mention is there in the verse of the Paramatma, where Atmas, spiritual beings, but Krishna is the Paramatma, the supreme spiritual being. In the Upanishads, Kata Upanishad, Nityo Nityanam, Chaitanas Chaitananam. Among all the eternal living beings, there's one supreme eternal living being. Among all the conscious living entities, there's one supreme conscious living entity. So there's a difference between the plural living entities and the singular living entity. That singular, we're Atma, every one of us, but Krishna is the supreme Atma, Paramatma. Actually, the perfection of life depends on one's inclination to hear about Krishna. In the first canto, Srimad Bhagavatam, Dharma Svanustita Purusam Vishvakshena Katasuya Notpadiye Yatiratim Notpadiye Yadiratim Shamevi Keva. Until we become attracted to hearing about Krishna, our relationship with Krishna, and even if we're performing our various duties very nicely, we're wasting our time. Yes. Unless we're performing our duties. Even though we may perform our duties very nicely, if we forget about our relationship with the supreme reality, with the personality of Godhead, then we're under illusion and we're wasting our time. It is therefore mentioned in this verse, Yavat Gadagraja Kata Suratim Nakuryat. Unless one becomes interested in Krishna, in his pastimes and activities, there's no question of liberation by means of yoga practice or speculative knowledge. Do we get some water again? Oh yes, by the way, if everyone could check their phones, see them in some silent mode, please.
Can I pour it on top of the penalty?
You can pour it on top of the penalty. That's good. Just a little.
Is it warm?
Either we're going to be attracted to Krishna or we're going to be attracted to Maya. So better to be attracted to Krishna. That's our real business. And get free from Maya's illusion. To be attracted to illusion is not very good. Tamasi ma jyotir. Don't stay in the darkness. Come to the light. Don't stay in illusion. Come to the reality. And Krishna is the supreme reality, and he's not just a force or an impersonal entity, but he has form, qualities, activities, associates, everything. Otherwise, there's nothing to talk about. Like if somebody says, "Can you tell me about Madhupati?" Yes, he's an entity. What kind of entity? He can't be described. You can't say anything about Madhupati. No, even the name Madhupati, that's not really Madhupati. It's just a name for this formless, nameless, and nothing can really be said. There's nothing to be attracted to, nothing to be interested in. But when we start talking about Madhupati, his activities, his qualities, then something interesting is there. There's a magazine, Time magazine published, I don't know if they're still publishing a magazine called People magazine, because by their consumer research they found out that people like to read about people. So they published a magazine about all sorts of useless people. Politicians and rock stars and people who are under the clutches of time, people whose activities will all be forgotten. But the real person to hear about is the Supreme Person, Krishna. And when we hear about Krishna, that's there in the verse. Tavan yoga gati bhir yatir apramato yavad gadavaja katasu vatim nakuryat. As long as one is not attracted to gadavaja kata, Krishna kata, then na yoga gati bhir yati apramato. And even though one may be practicing yoga or this or that, he cannot be apramatta, freed from illusion. Having attained to the stage of devotion, Maharaj Prithu, well, let's see, the volume is low. Okay, let me see what I can do about it.
Yes, it's low.
By the way, if there's a problem like that, better that you tell me audibly, because I don't read the chat. I glance at it, but it's too small for me to read. Okay, so sound, let's see. Audio. Okay, here it's turned up. So I have to go to another place and see that it's turned up there. Give me a moment, please. Oh yes, oh my goodness. That should be better.
Yes, that's better. Thank you.
Thank you.
There's nothing else.
Okay, nothing else. That was it. Yeah, you have to convey to me what's in the chat box, whether it's a question or a notice. Otherwise, it's just little gray marks on the screen. Having attained to the stage of devotion, Maharaj Prithu became uninterested in the practices of jnana and yoga, and abandoned them. This is the stage of pure devotional life as described by Rupa Goswami. Anyabhilashita shunyam, Anyabhilashita shunyam, Jnana karmadhyanavritam, Anukulyena Krishnam, Shilanam bhaktir uttama. Real Gyan means understanding that the living entity is the eternal servant of the Lord. This knowledge is attained after many, many births, as confirmed in Bhagavad Gita. Bahunam janmanam ante Gyanavan mam prabhajate. In the Paramhamsa stage of life, one fully realizes Krishna as everything. Vasudeva Sarvamiti Sa Mahatma Sudurlabha. When one understands fully that Krishna is everything, and that Krishna consciousness is the highest perfection of life, he becomes a Paramhamsa, or Mahatma. Such a Mahatma, or Paramhamsa, is very rare to find. A Paramhamsa, or pure devotee, is never attracted by Hatha Yoga or speculative knowledge. He is simply interested in the unalloyed devotional service of the Lord. So, on the lower side of human endeavor are the karmis, who are just working to get enjoyment, happiness, in terms of the senses. They want to be comfortable, they want to have nice possessions, they want to enjoy something nice to eat, something nice to see, they want to go here and there. I haven't seen Barbados, I haven't seen Paris, I haven't seen Dubai. They want to enjoy. They want to enjoy. If they're very pious, then they want to enjoy in this life, but more important, to be promoted to the Swarga and enjoy there, even better. They're called the karmis. And higher than the karmis are the gyanis, those who've understood that the karmis are wasting their time on something temporary, something that doesn't satisfy the self. Puna charvata charvananam. They're just chewing what's already been chewed. Just if we take some sugar cane and chew it and leave it aside, and then either we or someone else picks it up and thinks, well, let me chew it again. There won't be very much to chew there, no juice. But people are chewing the chewed again and again and thinking, no, still there must be some happiness here, some pleasure. We saw yesterday's movie, but today we'll see another movie. It's the same thing. Someone's been shot, someone's been kidnapped, someone's been whatever. And now the hero has to rescue whoever it was. So you dress it up in different ways, but it's the same thing. Puna punas charvata charvanana. Chewing the chewed again and again. So the Gyanis can see the uselessness of this, and so they're looking for transcendental truth, higher truth. But and so they're using their intelligence, their mind, to try to understand things. But it's very laborious business to try to figure out what the truth is. And finally, after many, many births of this kind of work, if they do come to the conclusion, they understand Vasudeva Sarvamiti. Krishna is everything. The supreme truth is Krishna. He is the ultimate source of everything. Let me surrender to Krishna. and then he's called Mahatma. So when one becomes surrendered in this way, then he no longer has an interest in karma or gyan or mystic yoga, because he's gone beyond all that. Now he's come to the postgraduate stage. After reaching the postgraduate stage, no one wants to go backward and go to undergraduate school again, or back to high school. So when one becomes Krishna conscious, then he's done with mental speculation and done with mystic yoga. But sometimes one who was formerly addicted to these processes tries to perform devotional service and the jnana and yoga practices at the same time. But as soon as one comes to the unalloyed stage of devotional service, he is able to give up all other methods of self-realization. In other words, when one firmly realizes Krishna as the supreme goal, he is no longer attracted by mystic yoga practice or the speculative empirical methods of knowledge. So that's the conclusion. I may still want to be holding on to my old methods, the speculative methods of austerity connected with yoga, and I may try to do both at the same time. But when one becomes fully Krishna conscious, you think, what is the use of these other things? And they're superfluous, they're unnecessary. So he gives them up. All right. Are there any comments or questions so far, either from online or in person? Yes?
So, what do you advise, like, till the time someone has the Krishna realization or self-realization?
Excuse me, I have to advise you that I'm half deaf.
Okay.
And so if you speak up loudly.
Sure. So my question is, like, till the time someone reaches the stage of self-realization or Krishna realization, like, what would you advise that, how do a person conduct himself, right? Like, he doesn't know Krishna.
He hasn't come to the point of Krishna realization. So what do we advise such a person to do?
Yeah.
We advise him to come to the point of Krishna realization. Begin the process. It's understood that to fully realize Krishna is no small thing.
Right.
But then what can we do? We can begin. Now I'm busy just for material improvement. And I'm forgetting the more important business of life. Just like I've come here to New Jersey for 3-4 days. And if I think, well, now I've come here, and they've put me in this room, but I don't like the curtains. I think a different color of curtains would be nice. And this bed is not so comfortable. We could change the pillow, we could change the mattress. In this way I become, maybe could you repaint the walls? I don't like, no, why? I'm only here 3 or 4 days. Why should I busy myself with those things? I've come for some purpose. I have some class to give or class to attend. I have some work to do. So my attention should be for that, not for the less important things like the curtains or the other such paraphernalia. But we're backwards. We've come to this world only for a few days, and we're all busy for improving our material situation in life. I have a toothbrush, but it's not an electric toothbrush. I have an iPhone, but it's the iPhone 19, and now they're on 25. I have this, but I don't have that. So we're busy trying to improve our material situation, and meanwhile we're forgetting the real purpose for which we've come here. Why did I get this human form of life? If I want to enjoy my senses only, and that I can do with any species. The cat and the dog are also eating, they're also sleeping, they also have mating, they also have security, someplace to live. So if I'm only busy with that, how am I better than they are? So I'm better than they are, or supposed to be better because I have higher intelligence, but if I don't use it for spiritual realization, then I'll use it for the same business that they're using their intelligence for. The cat is intelligent. You put some milk on your kitchen table, and the cat doesn't jump up and get it. The cat waits till you leave the room, then he jumps up and gets it. That means he's intelligent, but the intelligence is used just for eating. So if we're very intelligent just to improve our eating, then we're like sophisticated cats. We haven't come to the real business of human life. So it's not to say that we won't eat, we won't sleep, but that's easy business. Those problems can be solved very easily. How to eat, how to sleep. That's not very difficult. By nature's arrangement, there'll be food every day, there'll be a place to live. I don't have to work so hard for that. But spiritual realization is my real business. Let me do something. Especially, what should I do? Let me hear something. Let me hear something about Krishna. And let me take this mantra, Maha Mantra. Only 16 words. Yes, come closer. Again, another wave of closeness, especially those in the front. If you come closer, then the back also can move. So only 16 words. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. I can hear this Maha Mantra. Now I'm hearing so many things, SoundCloud and Spotify and all of that. Let me hear something about Krishna. Or let me hear this chanting, Hare Krishna. Or let me chant Hare Krishna. Even if I chant for 10 minutes a day, that's 10 minutes more than I was chanting. And the chanting is so powerful, it will make a difference. So that's our advice. Just take this up. Just like someone's got some serious disease, we don't advise that, you should go looking for a new car. See to this is important. Is that okay? The other activities can go on. You have a job, continue the job. You have children, take care of the children. Now everything is there. But just add this Krishna consciousness as high priority business. Something else?
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
Sometimes sadhana or chanting becomes mechanical.
Sometimes sadhana,
in
chanting,
sadhana, chanting becomes mechanical. Just to finish the rounds. So how do we make it better?
It doesn't become mechanical, it is mechanical. It starts off being mechanical. Especially the personal meditation, japa. It feels mechanical. The Guru says, you chant this mantra so many times. Sola mala or one mala, whatever. All right. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. and it feels mechanical. Because we're beginners. Just like anyone here practice, you study music, you study with the teacher and all of that. So in the beginning there's probably some mechanical practice, right? You have to play scales, right? And you do it again and again. And that's how much fun is it? Not a lot of fun. No spontaneity there, it's not creative, it's not really engaging. But by order of the Guru, you have to practice these scales. But after you practice for some time, then you start to become good. Then you know where all the keys are, you know what the notes are, and you can start to see what's going on in a tune. Then it becomes interesting, then it becomes intriguing, then it becomes addicting. So how does it become addicting? Because you're continuing. If you drop it, then it's neither spontaneous nor mechanical, it's nothing. You dropped it. But if you continue, even though it may be mechanical, then it comes to the point of being tasty. Srila Rupa Goswami gives the example of jaundice. Anyone here ever have jaundice? You did? Okay, me too. When you get jaundice, nothing tastes like anything. You have no taste. Everything's like, can hardly think about eating anything because the tongue is diseased. And the traditional cure for jaundice is mishri, sugar candy. You have to take a strict diet, papaya, mishri. And the problem is that mishri for a person who has jaundice tastes bitter. So then you don't want to take it. But by the order of the Vaidya, all right, I'll take it. Every day, little mishri, but the quality of the mishri is that by taking it, you gradually become cured, and the symptom of the cure is that the mishri tastes very sweet. It was always sweet, but because of my diseased tongue, it tasted bitter. And now because I'm taking it, now one day it comes on. It's nice. What does that mean? It means my disease I'm cured. So Rupa Goswami says, utsaha, with enthusiasm, with patience, with confidence, with determination. Go on chanting, go on chanting. It will come to the sweet stage. Something else?
I have one more question. Sometimes, like, why it is that, pain has more...
Why is it that?
Pain in our lives has...
Pain
has more effect in, like, bringing us to surrender than, like, joy or, like, more positive qualities, so...
Why is it that pain is more effective in bringing us to spiritual life than joy? It's a good question. Maybe because there's more of it. Dukhaliyam ashashvatam. This world is a world of trouble, pain, dukhalaya. Let me think about your question for a moment. Both may be effective. When we associate with devotees, then their association is very joyful. Prasanatma, devotees are joyful. So if we come in association with devotees, we can quickly become joyful also. In that case, joy becomes the impetus. But generally we're not associated with devotees. We're associated with the karmis, we're associated with the gyanis, and we're associated with pain. So then the pain becomes an impetus. I got to do something. And perhaps because of the pain, we seek out the association of devotees, then we get the joyful side. Oh, there's something other than pain. These people are happy. That's there. Otherwise, Krishna says there are four reasons why people may come to me. Or four kinds of people who may come to me. Artha, artharti, jigyasu, gani. Artha means they're suffering. Everyone, when they're suffering, then they're interested in God. There's some, you know that couplet, Hindi couplet, that everyone is, when they're in dukh, then they're interested in
दुख में सुमिरन सब करे सुख में करे न कोई जो सुख में सुमिरन करे दुख का आएगा वही.
Yes. When there's trouble, then everyone's suddenly interested in spiritual life. And when everything's going fine, now I don't need this anymore. Everything's fixed. And that's the...
While they listen very carefully. If someone if somebody in pain, you will teach something, they listen carefully. If they are not pain, they don't listen.
Yeah. Yeah. Even diseased person, only when there's pain does he go to the doctor. So Artha, he's in suffering, so he starts to become interested in Krishna. Or Artharti, he's heard that Krishna is Bhagavan, he's Lakshmipati, he's the source of all benedictions and opulence, so then he thinks, well, maybe he can help me. Just like Dhruva Maharaj, he wanted to get a kingdom. So then mother said, what can I do? I can't help you. Then what can I do? No, God may help you. Then where can I find God? Because he had some aspiration to get something material, but because he was pious, Sukriti, then he thought, all right, then let me approach God for material profit. Or jigyasu, someone's curious. What are these people doing? What is this all about? If he's fortunate, he may become curious. Or Gyanaja. He actually has knowledge, Jnanamam Prabhadyate. Then he approaches Krishna because he knows that Krishna is the actual goal of knowledge. There's room here, you can just come in and make it through the kids, and then you'll find that there's space. Hey, you guys, you're blocking the door. Okay. Yeah, 2 feet more, and you've got it. Good. You're in. Oh, really getting serious here. Okay. Thank you. Pain works.
And in pain, person don't have control over situation. They can't find happiness.
Yeah, they're helpless.
Yeah.
When a person is helpless, then he has to find help. Then he approaches God. Only the problem is when he solves the problem, then he thinks, now, good, thank you, let me get on with my nonsense. Yes?
Maharaj, in pain, everyone remembers Krishna. What should we do that this birth is very good, that we got all the arrangements by
All the?
In this birth, we got all the arrangements by mercy of Gurudev, that we are getting ISKCON and Maharaj, Katha, everything. and in pain we definitely we remember Krishna with more intensity. And what should we do that next birth? We should, even if we are happy, we should not forget Krishna.
Now, because of pain, we approach Krishna, please help me. So what should we do? And now we have all good. We get the association of devotees, we get prasadam, we get kirtan. So what should we do so that in the next next birth, we don't forget Krishna?
Yes.
And the best thing is not to take another birth.
I know that, but I think I'm not there yet.
But give it a shot. Even if you're not there, make it your business not to take birth again. Ante Narayana Smriti, that's we're reading Prithu Maharaj. That was his purpose, that at the end I should remember Krishna.
But I'm hopeful that Krishna is very kind. He can take me this birth only.
So make as much progress as you can. If you make 10% progress, okay, so then something, you'll think of Krishna. But if you make 80% progress, then you'll think of Krishna a lot. And then finish the job. Kadamba Maharaj used to say that we're all here because we blew it. Blew it. You know, we were practicing Krishna. How have we become attracted? It means in our previous life there must have been some cultivation of Krishna consciousness. And therefore we've naturally, almost automatically become attracted to the Hare Krishna movement. But we didn't finish the job, and therefore we had to take birth, and here we are. So fortunately we're in the association of devotees, but let's not blow it again. Finish the job. Even if we don't finish, all right, again we'll get the chance, association and so many benefits, but why not just finish it? And that Prabhupada used to say that.
Hare Krishna. So can we say that sufferings are good because it's keeping us close to God?
Yes, suffering is good. Can we say suffering is good because it brings us closer to God? Yeah, anything that brings us closer to Krishna.
Enjoy it.
So is it okay to pray Krishna that never make us that happy that we forget you?
Yeah, you can pray for that, but you don't really have to pray for suffering. You'll get it.
Enjoy your suffering.
But just pray to be Krishna conscious. But Kunti Devi was praying, please, free me from these material attachments to my family and my this and that, so that I can be fully attached to you.
Yeah, once sufferings are completed, still connect to Krishna.
Yeah. Suffering will come, no one really has to pray for it.
Yeah, it will come, yeah.
But just pray for Krishna consciousness.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Maharaj, I have one question. Like, so many years we are doing good in our life and we are confident that we are on the right path. But sometimes we feel that whatever materialistically or whatever are the wishes, they are not fulfilled yet. So we say why it is happening. Then the answer is it is prarabdha or past action. So it is more frustrating. But still we say we have to keep on track and we keep on going. But we are waiting, longing for those wishes.
So sometimes we're acting properly, we're doing good, but our wishes are not being fulfilled on account of prarabdha, past karma.
I would add, wishes are getting fulfilled. We are happy, but not to the level we wish.
Our wishes are being fulfilled, but not to the level that we wish. So what to do? So our wish should be to be Krishna conscious. to realize that in this world my wishes will never be fulfilled. Even if I get the whole world, I won't be satisfied. There was a hoarding I saw in Bombay. Now that you've made 1 crore, what do you want to do next? And the answer was, start working on the 2nd crore. You know, even if I get 1 crore of rupees, I won't be satisfied. And when I get to 10 crores, I'll not be satisfied. Because no amount of material satisfaction will satisfy the soul. But if I get a taste for hearing about Krishna, chanting Hare Krishna, then the soul will be satisfied. Yayatma suprasidati, will be very satisfied. No amount of material happiness will satisfy me. But this will satisfy. Is that okay? Now here's what has to happen. This, we're coordinated with an online class, which is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And we end in 5 minutes. So we end with Kirtan, that's our program. At least 5 minutes of Kirtan or so. And so we can stop here. Now after everybody signs off, then we can answer more questions if you like. We can have more Kirtan. So that's yes.
Yeah,
But you want to, that's a follow-up question, right?
no,
Oh, then?
it's a new question.
It's a new question.
Yeah, new question, but I'm just talking procedure, that I have to stop answering questions now so that we can have a little Kirtan and end the class. And Kirtan Kevad, then we can have more questions, okay? You leading Kirtan? Okay. I'm going to do something radical, by the way, just because every Kirtan in ISKCON these days, it's kartals, mridanga, and harmonium. Let's see what happens if we don't play the harmonium. Okay? Are you leading?
Yeah.
Okay, you're on. 5 minutes, and then we'll start again.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare
Nitai Om Nishtabad Padamamsa Parivraj Acharya Stokas Sri Srimad A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Raj Prabhupada Ki Jai Ananta Koti Vaishnavrinda Ki Jai Namacharya Sridhar Das Thakur Ki Jai Prem Sakaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda Ki Jai Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopinath Shyam Kun Radha Kun Giri Govardhan Ki Jai Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai Navadip Dham Ki Jai Jagannath Puri Ki Jai Ganga Mai Ki Jai Jagannath Mai Ki Jai Tulsi Devi Ki Jai Bhakti Devi Ki Jai Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. All glories to the assembled world. All glories to the assembled world. All glories to the assembled world. Gaur Premanande.
And pranams Param Puja Gurudev and all the Vaishnavas. Thank you very much for joining our Bhagavatam class. Tomorrow we have Chaitanya Charitamrita class at the same time. His Holiness Jayādvaita Maharaj Shri Ki Jai.
Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Gaur Premanande.